boost control, let's say version 1.0, and actually I'm really not at the control stage yet, I'm just at the calibration stage. But I've got some logic here that allows me to change the boost control, or the PWM going to the boost control solenoid, all the way from 0, which is it's not doing anything, so just running on wastegate pressure, or wastegate spring pressure, all the way to 100% duty cycle, which would essentially cut off any boost pressure signal going to the wastegate. So I'm looking at two values here. On the left, this is the commanded duty cycle to the boost control solenoid. So this is what the Arduino is actually commanding the solenoid at. And then this value on the right is the what I'm calling calculated boost control PWM. So this is confirming that my logic is working correctly, and then applying it only when necessary. So right now I've got it set up so that when the car's not running and traction control is off, which it is by default when the key's just turned on, engine not running, what I can do is I can use the S mode button, and every time I click the S mode button, it'll increase this the calculated value by 10. So it'll go between 0 and 250, and then roll back over to 0 in increments of 10 every time I click this. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. So I can keep clicking this. So effectively this allows me to use my S mode button under certain conditions with the traction control, or when I should say when the traction control is disabled, to toggle through the full range of PWMs at the boost control solenoid. So we'll get it to 250, and then when I click it again, it'll wrap back around to 0 and continue that cycle. The other test I have that I can do is when the engine's off, I can press the accelerator pedal, and I think I have it set to where when the pedal value goes above 50, it'll take this calculated value and it will actually transmit it and drive the boost control solenoid. So right now, boost control solenoid's not doing anything. If I do command it, it should be triggered at 40, which is, let's say, 40 divided by 255. So I don't know, what is that? 10%, 20%, something like that. My math is not good in my head right now. So I will step on the throttle pedal, and as that number increases above 50, there it goes. Not sure if you can hear back there. It might be faint, but the solenoid is actually cycling. So while I'm holding the pedal down, I'll cycle through here, and that's increasing the PWM duty cycle to the solenoid. Let's go there. Probably can hear it a little bit more. And then anything really above 240, that's effectively that holds the valve open. So right now you don't hear it back there. Then I'll wrap back around here to 0, and there it is again. So I have similar logic while the car is running, and effectively when traction control is off. In fact, let's just test it out here. I haven't tried it. So if I turn the car on, okay. So I just turned traction control off, and pressing the S button doesn't do anything. If I could turn traction control on, the S mode allows me to cycle through this, and I have a 20-second timer, so I can only change the boost control for 20 seconds, or the PWM for 20 seconds. In fact, right there, I've hit the limit. So I can't do any more adjustment of the PWM using the S button until I turn traction control back off. So it zeroes it back out, and then I'll turn traction control back on. And now I can go back through it again. So this will allow me to go down the road, test out boost control, do some logs and see what the boost curves look like at each of these different PWMs in increments of 10, and then come back and review. I'm past that 20-second threshold. Come back and review the logs and begin to learn a bit about the boost control strategy.